So we can just play video games.
Daniel Tetris. Janice. Together we are Cat Tetris.
Alrighty. Hello, everybody. I'm Daniel Tetro.
I'm Janice Legata.
And together, like winter and the common cold, we are Cat Tetris. Brought to you by... Brought to you by nachos and a guacamole.
And Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Definitely seeing that very soon.
As you should.
You've seen it.
Yes, I have. I've done the right thing.
Janice has positive reviews.
It's great.
So everybody else should see it, including me.
Mm-hmm. And you like the soundtrack.
Janice played me the soundtrack too.
Yeah.
And it's pretty bomb.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's pretty fire.
So, all things Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Get into it.
Nah, I'm mad at this.
Yeah.
How's it going? It's a new year.
It is a new year.
How did you ring in the new year?
With some friends. It was actually a really quiet, chill night.
Nice.
Just 4 of us.
Nice.
Just sat around talking. And
Kinda
then, turned on the TV at like the last minute. We were like, oh, it's happening. Watched the ball drop. Had a little wine and champagne. And then we played some games. And then went home and slept. For days.
I mean, that's what New Year's Day is for.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
How was yours?
We're the same person. So we were in different places, but we had the exact same night. It was like literally, it was like an intimate thing.
Yeah.
We were just hanging out. It was like 11:50. We turned on the TV, or we were like, it's
Wow.
11:50.
Channel 7?
I don't know, maybe. But turned it on, played games. That was literally exactly my night. Walked home. It was super chill.
There you go.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
Just a mirror image. I love it.
It is what it is.
Yes.
So.
So here we go. A new year. We got
Year.
some things to do.
We do.
So we're not gonna talk about our goals just yet.
Yeah, we're still hammering out the details, working it out. So in the coming weeks, we'll let you know what we plan to be up to.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, what's the next thing?
Well, the next big thing for me, which is just kind of like always on the radar,
Mm-hmm.
I have another EP.
Yep.
That I'm already working on. So that's going to be coming out first day of spring. And that is with my roommate.
Nice.
Playing piano. So that's going to be really fun. We've been making music together since we were like 11 or 12. So this is actually like a really cool, like full circle
So this should be
project.
the easiest one ever.
Should be easy. And it's my roommate. So we literally can be like, let's work now. But I'm super excited about that. So that's like the end of the season thing.
Yeah.
That we've already started working on.
Nice.
These EPs just keep coming, so it's like can't really stop. The last one came out, and it was like, oh, all right, you gotta get started. Gotta get started on the next one. So
on to the next one.
On to the next one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how it is.
So that's on my radar.
Nice.
What about you?
I think the next thing for me is going to be, I don't know, I guess like a table read,
Nice.
maybe of a 1-act that I just wrote.
Okay.
So, I had booked the space. Just, the space is free, so it gets booked up really fast.
Okay.
So I was just going through and looking at the available dates, and it just happened to be my birthday. And I was like, oh, I don't even know what I'm going to do, but I'll just book it, and I don't know.
I saw that, and I was like, save the date.
Yeah, so then...
And MLK Day.
I wrote, MLK Day.
Look at that.
So, people should have the day off and come on out. But no, so it'll be that night. And whatever form it's in, it'll be something.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Cool. What is the project?
So it's brand new.
Okay.
Like I sat down and wrote it last week. I don't want to say too much about it.
Cool.
But it's basically it's not the beginning of my rampage. It's just a continuation of it. But kind of like what Jordan Peele is doing with like horror movies. So like trying to confront like social issues or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want to use horror, but I'm like, no, like I kind of want to do that for like just Christianity.
Yeah.
So just the little things that I see in it
Yeah.
that bother me or worry me.
Yeah.
Just writing art around it. So this is part of that anthology.
I love it.
So
I love you said rampage. Begins.
continues.
It
I've been
continues. That's
rampaging.
true. Janice has been rampaging for some time.
But like quietly. I'm
Yeah.
like now.
Did you play that game with like, what was it? There was like a giant gorilla or something, and like a lizard maybe? Rampage?
Oh, was that a game?
Was
and
it,
then they
wasn't
made
it
a
a game?
movie?
Yeah,
out
then
of
they
it?
made a movie out of it, yeah.
I didn't.
That's immediately what I thought
But
of.
I should. For inspo.
You should. Yeah.
So yeah. So that'll be that.
That'll be that.
Yeah.
So stuff's already going.
It's happening.
It's happening. So we'll get the in-between stuff.
Yeah. We'll get it together.
Yeah, we'll get it together. So we'll talk about that next week, probably.
I mean, last year it took us, 8 months to come up with goals?
This is true.
So.
This is true. So next season, we'll have some goals for this season.
So yeah. Yeah. We're way ahead of schedule.
Yeah, but we can, so I guess that's our goal section.
That's goals.
That's goals.
Our goal for this week is to set our goals.
Yes.
Soon. So, yeah. So that's that. On to
Artist
therapy.
Do you have a question?
Do have a question.
Yes.
It is a new year.
It is.
And
That it is.
You know, I don't know how many Instagram posts you saw with like everybody's recaps and wishes and lessons.
New year, new me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
So, I
I'm
mean,
one of those two.
Yeah, New Year's is just a good time to just reevaluate and whatever.
It's great.
But it also can be like pressure inducing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, time is moving.
Yeah.
So, as an artist,
Mm.
do you ever feel like you're running out of time?
Mm.
How is your clock like?
Yeah.
And how do you deal with that?
I definitely used to. So I feel like actually part of why this project started, like my EPs coming out with the seasons and kind of wanting to get them out quickly, was probably like in part due to that. It was like, I feel like all this time like I spent up till now, like what was I doing? You know, so I just want to like get it going and do it, like, and there's sort of like this urgency about it. I feel like that comes a little bit from this idea of time and like not having enough maybe. But at the same time, I'm trying to give myself, I don't feel as much pressure as I used to. And maybe it is because I've gotten going now, and there's some stuff that I can say like, oh, I've done something. Yeah. Or it's like a tangible thing that I can give people now. But not that I hadn't done anything before that at all as an artist. But yeah, no, it's real, that pressure and the clock like hovering over all of us. Yeah. I think I'm definitely the kind of person that if I think about it too much, it halts my creativity altogether. So I kind of just had to like release that a little bit. And I think what also helped me was, we've talked about stuff like this before, like looking at other artists' stories, especially ones who are sort of like late bloomers.
Yeah.
And seeing that, not every artist has to begin or do like a bulk of their work in like whatever. There's no like requirement for any of that, really. And that there's a lot of like, I guess depends what voices are in your ear and what you're looking at. There's probably some like societal, there's like a lot of societal pressure to be like, gotta do it while you're young, you're only young for so long, or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like for me it's also kind of gone along with the aging thing in general. I just feel the older I've gotten, I just feel like more balanced in my life. Like I feel like I have better people around me. Like I know myself so much better.
Yeah.
And in that, I'm like kind of enjoying getting older. Like it's a weird like trade. It's like this trade-off for like wisdom almost. It's like you give a little bit of your, age and you get a little wisdom. So it's not like you're like just losing things.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
That's not true for everyone.
It's not true for everyone, but that is how I've come to like think about it, I guess. I definitely had probably like leading up to my 30s, there was like a little bit of panic in there. But I think once I hit 30, I was like, oh, you know what? 30s are pretty chill. So
it's true.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm kind of in a stage, it's definitely real, and I've experienced it before, but I feel like if I dwell on it for too long, my creativity, my creativity like comes to a halt.
Yeah.
It's like this weird thing where it's like, oh my gosh, gotta do stuff, and then you spend all your time like panicking about it and not doing anything.
Yeah.
And I've definitely fallen into that in the past. So I realize that now, and just like one little thing at a time. Take life as it comes.
Good word.
It is real though. For you?
Yeah, I don't. Strangely enough, I don't feel the pressure as much anymore. I think because sometimes you just get to a point where you're like, because there is societal pressure, and then you almost get to the point of no return, and we're like, well, I'm never going to have achieved this by 30.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So then it's kind of like, all right, well, is it still worth it? Do I still want to do it? And yeah, so what are the other options?
Yeah.
Like, because time is going to pass anyway.
Right.
And so if you really love what you're doing, you're going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And I think just with age, hopefully, you do just have a better sense of yourself and the world in general.
Yeah.
And you do realize that like comparison is a thief of joy.
Ooh.
And so
it's real.
A lot of times I would ask myself, all right, if I didn't know that I was supposed to have done this by now, like, would I be happy?
Yeah.
If I wasn't comparing myself to somebody else's story or somebody else's timeline, would I be happy?
Yeah.
And if I wouldn't, like, that's not on anybody else but me. And just kind of realizing that things just don't bring happiness.
Yeah.
So like, whether it's artistic stuff or relationships or whatever, like if there's anything that you're looking to like provide everything, it's never going to work.
It's never going to work.
Because nothing...
There's no one thing that can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like nothing is perfect.
Yeah.
And so everything comes with like give and take. Yeah. And I'm always just kind of fascinated with the concept of time. Anyway. And I do in a lot of my songs and things, just like think of it as like a character.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and so time is it's not an enemy. It's not against us. Like, it's just doing its thing.
It's just Right, exactly. We feel like it is sometimes, but
yeah, but yeah, it's just doing its thing, and if it's, like I said, if it's worth it,
yeah,
then it's worth it.
yeah,
And if it's not, then it never was.
yeah.
And so good that you know that now. So move on to something else.
No, that's good. It's good to like define that. That's a good point.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, definitely sometimes in some areas I do feel the pressure, but what are you going to do?
What are you gonna do? You're not. Yeah, you can't go back, and you
Cannot go back.
You can't stop it moving.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just gotta like. I think you hit it on the head. Like you have to have like a full life, like things that make you happy.
Yeah.
And you have to have some sort of foundation that's gonna like make you like your art itself.
Yeah.
Is not gonna.
It's not
be
gonna
the thing.
Fix everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just that.
And then sometimes I think about it because I don't know, I feel like for a long time I was living, I don't know, so you only have one life.
Yeah.
So you're living that. But I think in the back of my head, like I had this other timeline. And you're like second guessing everything. Oh, if I had done this, then maybe I would have this, or I would be here, or I would do this. And you're like, that's not real.
Yeah.
And then also like in that other timeline, like everything went perfect.
Right.
And like you have like the best of everything.
Mm.
So like we never think, oh, well, if I had, oh, I wish I was married right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I was, then I probably wouldn't have been able to do X, Y, Z, whatever. Probably wouldn't have.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think about, well, the things that I
Always
wish I would have had, like what would I give up?
Yeah.
Now, like.
Yeah.
Which of my friendships would I give away to have this random thing that I think I want?
Right. No, it's so true.
Like, no, you don't get to keep everything you have and that you like.
Yeah.
And I just want to add this other thing on top.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, like, my life is exactly what it had to be what it is.
That's good.
So.
And you just don't, like you said, like, it's like you look back and you're like, oh, if I did this and I did that, but you just have no idea.
No idea.
Yeah, that could have, like, led to something terrible,
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you honestly never know.
Yeah.
So all you can do is just trust that, and that's kind of like with moving forward too. It's like, oh, I gotta, whatever, you just like, you have to decide something and then just like, okay, that's what I decided and we're just gonna see because.
Yeah, we're just gonna walk it out.
Yeah.
And to be thankful for the time.
Yeah. That's
and
good
the
too.
age, because I think it helps a lot. And talking about Ellen's special again.
Yeah.
But she has a part at the very end where she's like answering audience questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't ever even remember what the question was, but she talked about how she won the funniest person in America contest.
Okay.
She had like this 10 minutes of material, won the contest.
Hmm.
And she said like that was like one of the worst things that ever happened to her.
Really?
Because it like put all this pressure on her and people had all these high expectations that like she just wasn't ready for.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm this brand new comic, I only have 10 minutes of material.
Yeah.
But like now I've been given this title and like people are booking me for like hour-long gigs and whatever, like just wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And then that, I was thinking of that today because like Tiffany Haddish on New Year's Eve was like headlining something, so she's supposed to do her hour set. And she like bombed. So they said she was like up there with an iPad and like just wasn't getting through it.
Yeah.
And then just like quit.
Yeah. Oh
and
no.
Just like started drinking with people. But I was like, oh, like, and there was a few months ago where like Cat Williams was like under fire because he had said some stuff about her.
Yeah.
But he was like, she's not. Basically, she hasn't proven herself. Like, she hasn't shown the ability to, like, stand and tell
like,
an hour of, like, it's solid jokes. People were like, oh, you're... And I'm like, no, like, it's true. She kind of got, like launched into this arena that like you might not have necessarily been ready for.
Right.
And so I think sometimes we don't think about that. Like we're just like, I just want to be there.
Thing everybody wants.
Right, but you only think
know.
of like this moment. Yeah. You're like, no, like once you get there, you have to sustain that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, sometimes time is a blessing.
Oh my gosh.
And like, the longer it takes, like you do build up the strength, hopefully, and the stamina, and just the ability to sustain once you get there.
Absolutely. And like the support system, I mean, we talked about
right.
this. But yeah, like you build up the people around you, you're like, I'm solid.
Right.
You know? And it takes a while to get there.
It takes a while.
So I definitely, you know, like whatever may happen, like I'm not like banking on anything like blowing up or whatever, but I'm like still grateful that I'm making art at this stage and feeling like more centered and balanced and like supported.
Yeah.
So I really think in that way time has been like a blessing.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess for me too, I was very kind of not ready to commit to like being an artist or this like an artist life.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like I wasn't sure that was like the thing that I loved the most for a while. And I think a lot of that had to do with just being like scared to just like try it, potentially fail at some things, just to like see how I felt about it. But I think because of that, also I'm sort of in like a different stage because I'm sort of just discovering recently that this like I love it more than anything, and I would just like to do more of it. And so for me, that more recent realization, I think, makes me feel not younger, but just like I'm in like an earlier stage of being like an artist. So maybe in that sense, like I'm also not as quite as jaded by like the whole, like I've been doing it for years and whatever, you know, so many artists, it takes so many years to get somewhere.
Yeah.
And not that I have been writing songs for years and I have been like performing for years, but I think just the mentality that I was like, this thing, like I actually really love this.
Yeah.
Like at this point, like I've tried other things that just don't have the same like passion for it that this thing gives me. So, yeah, that kind of puts me in like a unique stage, I think. But I do think that defining it is like very important too. Yeah. Just being like, all right, this is what I want, and I'm just like, I literally just enjoy doing this, and so, you know, whatever, like I'm gonna like try to make it or whatever. I'm gonna try to like do it so that I can make money doing it, but like I'm just happy doing it.
Yeah.
I think that can be a good place to be too.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
of course we are lucky because we have full-time jobs.
We do.
Where we're like
at the moment.
At the moment. Check on us next week. It's a new year. Who knows what's happening here? But yeah, I mean, we have some security.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. Like we've talked about this before. Not every artist has that, and that. And
no, the ease that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, most artists are like struggling,
and
so you have to have a day job.
Yeah.
And then find time to do the thing you love.
Right.
And a lot of artists have difficult day jobs.
Yeah.
And we don't.
Yes.
We really don't.
And I'm sure that adds so much. It's like, how long am I going to be, you know, in this position when it's like, maybe it can be a taxing one or, you know, there's a lot of financial strain. So I do think we are in a unique position too, but yeah, I don't know that there's any like word or anything in there, but yeah, it's just an interesting idea, like what sustains us for these, like as time passes,
Yeah.
What helps us to feel, not like our time is like running out. Because I feel like it's one of those things that's like, if you start thinking about that every day, just becomes this like stress.
Yeah.
That
well, it can go both ways.
it can be fuel.
Because sometimes
it can definitely. Like it's been fuel for me too, but
facts are we are running out of time.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone is.
You have those days where you're like, you know what, I'm not gonna live forever.
Yeah.
And if I were to die tomorrow, would I, what would I leave behind?
Right.
What would I be upset that I didn't do, or whatever? So it's like, no, the time is going to go.
It's true.
And I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
So I got to get it done.
Yeah. I know it is a hard balance because it's like I gotta get my stuff done. I want to be motivated to do it.
Yeah.
But also I could die tomorrow. So like, like what
really matters.
What exactly? Like I've done things. I want to feel good like where I am too.
Yeah.
Not just like if I did die tomorrow, like I can look back and be like I've lived a good life, or I've lived like a life where I felt fulfilled. There were areas where I've like lived out my passion, even if I didn't like get to where I wanted to. Like I was working towards it, and
generally was happy.
Yeah,
am happy.
Yeah, it's got morbid.
Yeah,
kind of. But
welcome to our TED Talk. We're all dying.
Oh. This edition of Cat Tetris. Depressing facts.
But the good news is you're not dead. You got time.
This is true.
And you've got all the time you need.
Yeah. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, so,
just take your time.
Just keep working at it.
Yeah.
So I feel like as long as you're working at it, moving forward with what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should at least hopefully feel some reward in that. I think that can be rewarding.
Definitely.
Yeah. Huh? A little artist therapy. Another one that you may need therapy after.
Therapy. Sorry about that.
Leaving this thinking, I'm gonna die! Running out of time. Oh man. Well then, recommendations?
No, wait, we gotta give a word.
Oh, that's right. Let's do the word first.
Otherwise it ends on that.
A terrible note. Everyone will die. Which is real.
It's real. But not today.
Not today.
No.
Don't die watching this. A word for the week. I think I honestly think splitting life up is like a much easier way to like kind of get enjoyment out of it too. So just like less pressure. If you are feeling the pressure of like life, just be like, okay, like, well, let me not look at like, let me just be like the next section of life.
Yeah.
Let me just focus on that, and then we'll move on from there. So, if you guys are, you're setting goals, that would be. I mean, that's obviously what we're trying to do. But
working on it.
My word is maybe try sectioning off your goals.
Good word.
Yeah.
My word is going to be. Yeah, time is not your enemy. And you've got time. You're good. So don't.
You are good.
Yeah, don't let other people's timelines.
Yeah.
Make you not be grateful for yours. Yeah, so I would just say in those moments when you're sad about what you feel like you don't have yet, flip that and be thankful for something that you do have. Because time has given you a lot of things.
Yeah.
And we tend to take a lot of things for granted because we just have them. But, you know, friendships, jobs, even the abilities that you have.
Yeah.
Like, you weren't born with it all.
Yeah.
And so you accumulated it over
work
time.
towards those.
Yeah. And so time has been better to you than you think.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's positive.
It's a word.
It's a word. Nice. All right. Recommendations?
Recommendations.
Okay. I have a book I'm reading.
Oh.
I can't remember the name of it, so I'm going to pull it up. Because this year I'm trying to also work on my finances, which is yikes, especially for me. I was also talking to a friend about this, and it's like, why are children not taught to manage their money? Like, every person in this world is going to have to deal with money.
Yeah.
And our school systems don't teach us anything about it. Like, most of them don't.
Nope.
I was just thinking back to being a kid. I was like, never had like a life lesson on money.
No. Why would you need that?
Why would you need that?
Here, learn this periodic table of elements, because that's going to serve you well.
So it just really, and so much depends on like how you're raised, like who's around you that can teach you that kind of stuff, or will teach you that kind of stuff, or knows that kind of stuff. Like maybe they weren't even taught. So, anyways.
And that goes into a whole other conversation.
That goes into a whole other conversation about inequality. And anyways. We'll go down that rabbit hole right now, but recommendations. Anyways, right now I'm reading, it's called Your Money, Your Life. This is going to be backwards? I don't know if it will be. Yeah, so it's just about, I'm just kind of working through it right now. I'm sure there are like a zillion great books on this type of thing, but just starting simple, like like keeping track of what goes in and out of your bank account, like everything that comes in and out. Like, everything. Do we know? Yeah, no, it's like some of us have no idea. It's just like a place to start making better decisions about money. Yeah. And particularly as artists, like we're all pinching pennies to like make the stuff we want to make. So I feel like it's super important for artists. Just thinking about like how we can sustain creating when we're not necessarily like getting income from our art. What other ways can we do that? And I think that's something we don't think about that much as artists. So anyways, I recommend, even if it's not this book, I'll let you guys know I'm trying to read some more finance books. I don't know anything about this stuff, so.
And Mr. Money over here.
Oh, no. That's the problem. Just a little financial literacy reading. I would highly recommend it.
Nice. And I'm going to stick with recommending Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I'm going to take this recommendation.
Yeah.
And by next week.
Yeah. It's just a really...
Love watch that.
Really well done movie.
So hype.
Great themes.
Yeah.
It's just really good.
Yeah.
And it's fun. You need to have more fun. So...
You really do.
Yeah.
And animated things.
It's good.
I'll always co-sign.
So yeah, get your finances together and go see the movie.
Oh. See what you're buying this week. See what you cannot buy so you can pay for that movie.
Yeah.
because these New York City movie prices.
Oof. Oof. So secondary recommendation, I guess, and check out AMC A-List.
There you go.
Yeah, the A-List.
Yeah.
Because
now the movie pass is dead.
for the price, is it? Did it finally die, or is it still?
I don't know.
I feel like it's...
Essentially, if it has not actually, I'm pretty sure it's like basically dead. But someone can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I haven't gotten an email from them in a while, but that doesn't mean anything.
No.
I shouldn't have been getting emails.
No, I went to see some because I had Movie Pass. I mean, in the dark days, I was dying. I was like, I went. It let me like reserve the movie, and then I got there and it was gone. It was the same day. Like the movie was available. And then it was gone. So we're like, and they were like, we don't know anything about that. That isn't Movie Pass.
Yeah, no.
So
AMC.
So not movie. Yeah.
A-List, $20 a month, up to 3 movies a week.
Nice.
And IMAX, 3D, like whatever.
Nice.
It's all included. So for me, it was a wise financial decision because the movie ticket I was gonna buy was $20.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, this just seems like good math.
Absolutely.
So,
Feels right.
feels right.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's that.
I like that. Yeah, something else I'm learning in my finance book is they talk a lot about the idea of like frugality, just being frugal, but like the idea, they kind of flip it. It's like as long as the things you're paying for are bringing you like joy and you're like using them, like it's not something you're like letting sit around. Like that is like included in being frugal.
Yeah.
It's like you're not wasting.
Making good use.
Exactly. So like doesn't mean like don't go to the movies. Like if movies bring you joy, you should go to the movies. But like,
and I shall.
And I shall as well. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. We'll have some goals.
Yes.
We'll have some
hopefully.
goals. Cat Tetris will
That's our goal.
hopefully have some goals. That's our goal.
But even if we don't, you should.
This is true.
So, yeah. Inspire us. Let us know what you're getting up to. What you've got on the horizon.
Yeah, we'd love to hear that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. See you next week, guys.
See ya.
Peace.
Daniel takes